just to the subject of newspapers, newspaper people have always depended on coffee, and they could not survive without it. Joy Tipping knows that. She's with the Dallas Morning News. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Woo! So you are one of those people who were born and bred in Dallas and then moved away for a time.
Right.
And then came back.
Yes. I went away, I did an internship in Washington for about 6 months, and I came back, and then my husband, not my husband at the time, but he was in Florida, so I moved to Florida, and then we moved to New Mexico, and then 7, 8 years ago we moved back.
And there in the midst of the grandeur of New Mexico and the wealth and fame that were yours for the asking.
Yes.
And there in the midst of romance and the beautiful life of
enchantment.
The beautiful people, enchantment, Dallas called to you.
It did. It called my name, and our kids, my husband's kids, moved back to Missouri, and we wanted to be closer to them, and I hoped that I could come back to the morning news, because I loved it, and it worked out.
But more than proximity to Missouri.
Yes.
Something spoke to
Dallas. Well, I miss Dallas. All my friends were here, our families were here, and you know, I was never really a big Dallas fan, honestly, growing up. I'm the only one in my family that was born in Texas. That's my dirty, dark secret. Everybody else is from Oklahoma or Missouri. And, you know, they pricked my thumb and made me a blood Okie when I was a kid. And literally blood. And, but, you know, I always felt like Dallas was home. And I wanted to come back. And when I came back, I fell in love with it. The arts have exploded here in the last few years.
Exploding arts?
Exploding arts, yes. Yeah! You should go to the arts district. We had the Wiley Theater explode out of the ground, and the Winspear Opera House, and then just a couple of blocks away to Clyde-Warren Park exploded or grew. And it's been wonderful, and I love being back. And I live downtown now, which, you know, my mother would be shocked. Because when I was growing up, there was one place to live, and that was Manor House, and it was just for old people. I live and work downtown, which, you know, 20 years ago was unheard of.
But you know people who come to Dallas, and you've met them, and they have a kind of a sniffy attitude.
They do.
Attitude.
They think, you know, we went from being the city that shot Kennedy to being the city that shot JR. And really neither one of those things is who we are. I mean, we are fun. You know, we have great restaurants. We have great theater. We can walk through Dealey Plaza and, well, maybe not walk through, but you can drive through Dealey Plaza as a Dallasite and not even think about Kennedy. It's not part of our daily, you know, obsession.
So where do you take people who are kind of sniffy about
Sniffy.
Dallas?
Well, I take them to Deep Ellum. Deep Ellum is the old historic, yes, lots of great music in Deep Ellum, and it's a historic warehouse district that was really hip in the 80s. Kurt Cobain got arrested for hitting a guy during a concert at Trees, and then it kind of went away, and now it's come back, and it's full of music and great bars and great little shops. And then I take them to Bishop Arts, which is in Oak Cliff. Love Oak Cliff. Or I take them to White Rock Lake, which people realize, you know, we have an inner city lake. Yes, a beautiful lake. Yes, a beautiful lake that's, I think it's 13 miles, the circumference that you can take a bike. Yes.
Are you making up a story?
No, it's in East Dallas, I promise you. The Arboretum, the Dallas Arboretum, which is wonderful. Yes, Arboretum. Well, we had a huge display of Chihuly art last year, outside, during tornado season.
I think of Dallas, and I think of tall steel and glass buildings with very tight security on the first floor.
We have those too. Yeah, we try to, you know, not go to them very often unless we work in them.
Yes, right.
Or we want to see the prairie from the top floors.
You can see the prairie.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought the city went on forever.
No, you can, you know, you can go up to the top of Reunion Tower, which is open again now as an observation deck, and you can really see the Trinity River. We also have a river.
No.
Yes. Yes. And occasionally, like,
Navigable river?
every 100 years it floods. You know, there was a plan back in the, I think it was the 60s, to make Dallas an inland port. I'm not making this up. Yeah. But it didn't happen.
No.
Because it's really just a trickle.
It'd be a very different setting. You've almost convinced me. Where would I think of living if I were downtown?
Well, it would depend on what you most wanted to interact with. What would you most want to do while you were here in Dallas?
I want to live at the State Fair.
Well,
and I want to sell corn dogs.
you could live in the State Fair. We actually had a TV show shot here that was called The Good Guys. That didn't last very long, but it was a really fun show. And one of the guys lived in a trailer at the State Fair.
This is my dream.
Yes. I don't believe they would actually let you do that, but you could talk to the fair people. You never know. They like you, so.
It's on my list for, it's what, late September, early October?
It's always, I think it always starts the last weekend in September, and it runs for 3 weeks into October. Perfect weather, usually.
Someday before I die.
Yes.
I'm going to come.
You call me and I will buy you a corny dog.
Thank you.